AirPods Pro are great for morning walks or travel abroad, but I wanted to get new headphones for when I'm working at my desk. I heard mostly positive things about the Airpods Max, so I was like, sure, why not try it out? Reading the spec sheet, the Max has a total of 9 microphones that allow for something that Apple calls personalized spatial audio. I also wanted something with longer battery life than what my current headset currently offers. Plus, noise cancellation should be even better than what my AirPods have. My daily headphones had been the HyperX, yet the cups leather had begun peeling from frequent use. I've also found that the battery couldn't keep a charge for long, and the Bluetooth connection would constantly drop and power off at times, hence the need for new headphones. The material of the headphone cups are made with memory foam and soft woven textile fabric designed to optimize the quality of the audio to the highest level. Unfortunately, it's not sweat and water resistant, meaning you would want to avoid using it for working out since it will just absorb the sweat and smell. If you're liking my videos, like and subscribe. It'll help me make more videos faster and produce content that you'll enjoy. What I'm not too fond of is the lack of actual protection for the overall headset, and I'm not sure why the designers went with such a design. Yes, the headphones are strong, but my first strike is for only covering the Earcups but exposing the headband because of the delicate mesh. So I found I had to be extra gentle making sure it didn't rip, otherwise the tear could expand, meaning it wouldn't sit well on my head anymore. My second strike has to do with the so-called smart case. You can see that you can only put the headphones in one specific direction. The charging port is always cut out on the right, but even then the cutout for the charging port doesn't line up properly with the case. The Max uses the H1 chip, which enables features such as noise cancellation, in-ear detection, and device switching. Also, Apple built their own custom driver from the ground up, stating that it works to produce sound with ultra-low distortion across the audible range. From deep, rich bass to accurate mids and crisp and highs, you'll hear every note with a new sense of clarity. What I like about the Max is how easy it is to remove the magnetically held memory foam ear cups. No matter how many times you pull the cups out, the Max will not lose its holding force. If you do decide to exercise in them, you can just use one ear cup color to designate that it's for working out in. Also, the fabric is very easy to clean. Just remove the ear cups, use a damp cloth on the textile, and the stain should come off easily. The overall build of the Max is solid because it's literally made with steel and aluminum. So while dropping on the ground won't lead to a break-in, your neck will feel a bit tired from the weight. Most headphone manufacturers use notches or indentations to adjust for different head sizes. Apple instead went with a telescoping arm. What's nice about this design is that once you adjust the arm to best fit your head, the arm doesn't ever move. My third strike is that you can't fully power off the headphones. In the case, the headphone sleeps, but it's never fully off. Using the Max during video production, conference calls, and entertainment, I found that the Max needed charging after 20 hours of use, but I think the battery life could have gone further if I could shut off completely. The digital crown lets you precisely control volume, skip between tracks, answer phone calls, and activate Siri. The noise control button is to switch between active noise cancellation and transparency mode. The audio quality of the Max is superb and really gives you a true premium experience thanks to the custom driver and H1 chip I mentioned earlier. I also have spatial audio on, and I have to say, the experience is amazing. Transparency mode is important when you're in a dynamic environment. Thankfully, I had this mode on when I was in the forest, so I could hear the mountain biker racing behind me. Switching to noise cancellation really showed you how well Apple engineers and designers developed this headset. Outdoors it's 27 degrees, but my ears do not feel hot whatsoever. According to the spec sheet, the Max uses 8 microphones for active noise cancellation. With this amount of hardware combined with adaptive EQ system, I found that the music and audio was being delivered in a rich and consistent manner. Walking on the sidewalk, the noise cancellation was effective in such a dynamic environment. The public transit buses, cars, trucks, cyclists aggressively ringing the bells, children laughter, all never made it through. The Max has additional features located in the control panel. Perhaps working with music is not your thing, so you want background noise. Apple included background sounds that play audios of the ocean, rain, streams, and so on. Live listening is transparency mode, just to your phone instead of the headphones. I don't know why you'd use it, but it's there. So who's Apple targeting with the Airpods Max? I think it's really for the individual who works in a busy environment or the commuter, but not so much a frequent flyer. As someone who travels outside of Toronto frequently, I don't want to be babying this headset because of the mesh. Yes, you can always get the full body case, but it makes no financial sense to spend more money on a single Apple device. Like, get it right the first time. If you're an audiophile or music producer, the Max might be okay, but if hearing every treble, bass, and more is important to you in music production, then you'd have to look at another headset. The adaptive EQ is great at optimizing the audio to your needs, and I'm curious to see how the engineers and designers will improve on it for the Airpods Max too. While the weight is noticeable and the cost is high, I think the Max is a solid piece of audio equipment worth having, and you want to focus on your audio with no distractions around you. If you like this review, give it a like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next episode.